Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm going to do a gaming test here on the Motorola Moto G6 Play. Now, I'll keep this video as short as possible, however, I do want to run these games to see how the performance is on this G6 Play. Now, I have downloaded a lot of stuff on this phone, all my normal apps, normal games, testing games, and if I turn the phone on, you will see right there, it says storage space running out. So, because I have my space is running out here on storage, you know, it might not run quite as good, but we're going to run them anyway. So let's go and get started in here with Asphalt 8. Go ahead and press that. And if it takes a while to start up here, I'm just going to go ahead and pause, wait for the game to pop up to keep the video shorter, and I'll come back when the game has loaded. Okay, y'all, so starting off here on Asphalt 8, we know this game right here ain't going to be a bit of issue playing this game right here on this Moto G6 Play. I've played it several times and not experienced any kind of drop frames, any issues. It does seem to play just fine. As you can see right here, kind of hard to play though looking through a phone screen, but yeah. So far the first game right here being Asphalt 8, it does really seem to work very well. And I mean, like I say, I've had really good experience with gameplay on this device here. So yeah, Asphalt 8 looks pretty good, pretty fun, pretty enjoyable gameplay here on this phone here, playing Asphalt 8. So yeah, play this a couple more seconds here, give you a little bit more of an experience. Trying to play through a screen here, not the easiest thing in the world. But y'all kind of get the drift here that, you know. Okay, so we'll go back home here after playing Asphalt 8. Works just fine. Let's go into Dead Trigger. Dead Trigger should already be pulled up. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, we'll give it a second here to pull up. It's loading. Turn up the volume for a second here. So yeah, we're ready to play. Let's go ahead and just push play, get started with it, let it load on up here. And of course, the more games I play, the more graphic intense it does get. So kind of interested to see just how well it will play. Go ahead and heal ourselves here. And upon pinning around here, it's very smooth, very fluid, not much of a problem, not much of a hiccup. There's, like I said, a few hiccups here and there, but you know, it's to be expected. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's not a $1,000 phone, nothing like that. I mean, you know, gameplay is to be what you can expect. It's smooth, it's crisp. You have no trouble playing games on this phone whatsoever. As you can see right here. So yeah, this game right here works very well, very accurate, very detailed, and actually the screen looks really good. Looking at the screen here, it just, I don't know, it just looks really nice. So anyway, that's Dead Trigger. We'll go back home, and we got Sonic, the actual Sonic game right here, Mortal Kombat, and then PUBG. We're going to attempt PUBG here as well. Let's go ahead and go into the actual Sonic game. So I'll get this here all set up, and I'll come back when it's set up. Okay, so let's play a little bit of Sonic. Got our controls up here. We'll go ahead and play a few minutes. And it seems to be very responsive. Every time I press, you know, it seems to work very well. And honestly, I've always loved this game. I always have. Ever since I grew up on this game pretty much. So yeah. But it works very well. I mean, it's working very good. No issues, no drop frames. It just works very well. And the screen, like I say, the screen for 720 It looks really crisp and really clear. I'm very impressed by the screen quality looks. I mean, I know it looks better in person than it does here on screen. But even stuff like this right here, it seems to, you know, be playing very well with no problems. Let's try to, so I can get that there in the middle before I get the game off without hitting the goal. No. Oh, okay. Anyway, you see how the game does very well. Let's go ahead and go back home, and we will go into another game. Let's go into Mortal Kombat X here. We'll get this here loaded up, and I'll come back shortly. Okay, so now we're on Mortal Kombat X, getting it loaded up here. Let's go ahead and see how this game plays. Seems to have played very well, actually. Alright, so anyway, that's Mortal Kombat 10, and that's how it looks. So, no drop frames. So far, all these games work flawlessly. Let's try PUBG Mobile and see what happens here. So, this may take a little bit to set up, so I'll set it up, and I'll come back here very soon. Okay, so now I'm on PUBG, and you know, this might be where you might find some hiccup. Now, for ordinary playing, it does okay. There is times, though, I've not played this game much at all. Just played it very little. And as you can see right here, I mean, it does seem to be smooth enough to where you can play it. However, there is a lot of chop in it from time to time. Now, like I said, I don't play this game, so I just downloaded it because I know it's very graphic intense. I'm trying to just like, you know, run around and just kind of like pan around a little bit here, but it is smooth. I mean, it's not terrible. There is going to be some times where you can be like, ugh, glitch, you know, slowdowns and stuff like that, but you know, it does work, and you can play it here on this device. But right there, there's some pretty bad lag, okay? There's going to be them times where it's going to lag, where it's going to freeze up a little bit here and there. It's just not smooth. It might look smooth on camera, but in real life, it is just not that smooth. It'll play smooth for a couple of seconds, then it'll kind of chop out a little bit. Then just kind of like, you know, as you can see right there, I mean, it does seem to do okay. There you go. It froze. So you're going to have those times like right there where it just kind of like just stops. Is it unplayable on the Moto G6 Play? Yes, it's playable. However, there might be times where it gets on your nerves and it just don't really cooperate and do what you want it to do. So I'm not going to spend much time here on this because, like I said, I don't really play this game. So kind of showing you how it does. You can play it on this device. However, it ain't going to be the most pleasant gaming experience because there is drop frames and the time that it does freeze up a little bit. That's to be expected from a phone, you know, running this kind of process. Let's go ahead and go home here. As you see, it's taking a minute to go home. Sometimes on those graphic intense games, it does tend to take a while to go back home. Sometimes it'll make the home screens glitch up a little bit, be slow. Now look at the Antutu benchmarks here. Just kind of show you what kind of scores it did run. 44,117. Not a very good score in my personal opinion. 44,000 on the on the Geekbench on the Antutu, and it beats out 1% of users. So I mean, there you go. Yeah, not a very good score, but that right there goes to show you right there that scores don't mean everything. Going into Geekbench 4, look at the history here. Very disappointing score of 643 and 1529 multi-core scores. So not the greatest scores ever ran. However, it kind of goes to show you that you don't have to have very extravagant, you know, scores on a device to play games, and some graphic intense games. I mean, PUBG, it works fine. However, it's not going to be the most enjoyable gameplay because it does chop up, it does freeze up here and there. Games like, you know, Asphalt 8, Dead Trigger, Mortal Kombat 10. I didn't try Modern Combat 5, and that's a very graphic intense game. But I'm sure if I like PUBG, where it kind of has this freeze up and lag ups here and there. But I would say overall, playing games here on the Moto G6 Play is not bad. Okay, you know, that's just my experience. You know, the storage is almost full up on this thing. So, you know, that might also hinder performance a little bit as well. I really don't know. But gameplay seems to be decent. So take this here for what you want. This is my gaming test, my thoughts, and you've seen the gameplay. So if this was helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it below. Subscribe if you haven't. I would really be appreciated. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.